Hello everyone. This is a very short video to basically step through the how-to hint sheet for Geogebra that was sent around via email. So step one, we install and load Geogebra from the website, and this is classic version 6 running on my desktop. There are online versions. This is the one I prefer to use. So the menu is this little 3 lines in the corner, the main menu. And probably the most important thing to note is that there is help with tutorials. Those tutorials will be a whole series of wonderful things that you can learn, but we'll just have a bit of a play around to get started at the moment. So this is the graphic view where we have our X and our Y axis and a grid. This is the algebra view, or where we input things. So we'll start by clicking here in this box. It gives me an option of using a keyboard, which is great if you're on an iPad or a tablet, but we're not, so we'll just use the regular keyboard. Now I'm going to type in a function of x using normal f of x notation. Nothing special about f. You can put g or h or anything you choose. Now I'm going to make it a periodic function. I'll use the asterisk key as multiply. It recognises the sine function when I type sine. I want to have this to be 2 pi over 5 multiplied by x. It starts to draw the function as I'm going. As soon as it recognises pi as the value of pi, I'll have a phase shift of, let's go pi over 2, and then move the cursor outside the brackets, a vertical shift, say, of +3. Once I'm happy, press enter. Notice it reformats these things for pi. Now, the graph's gone slightly off the top of the page. I'll use this tool here, the Move Graphics View. So once that's selected, I can literally grab anywhere I like on the grid and drag this thing around. I can also hover nearby to the axis, say the y-axis, and as I click and drag, I'm stretching the axis. Do the same trick here with the y-axis. So I can see a nice section there of what I'm doing. Now, there is a menu here, a submenu, just for the graphics view. And on this submenu, I have settings, that little cog. I can do all sorts of things here. Probably the one I want to do is use the x-axis settings. I can give it a label. So I just type x. I could give it a unit of measurement if there was one. And this one about distance, this refers to how far between the major lines on the grid. I've got a few presets, so I might go pi over 2. Because this is a trig function, that's a sensible preset to use. I can do the same on the y-axis, so I'll give the y-axis a label y. So we can see the y there, and the x is hidden a little bit, and we've done that. That's nice. Now when it's time, I've got my graph just the way I want it, and it's time for me to use this image in, say, a word processor document that I'm working on, then I'd probably want to export it. You might find that when you do, the numbers and the labels are very small. If we go to the main menu, and we go to the settings on the main menu, then the global settings, we have a choice of font size. Normally 16 is great looking at it on the screen, but if we want to export it, I'll put the font size nice and large. So there it is, really looks pretty chunky there. And again, main menu, file, export image, and I can either copy to the clipboard or download and save locally. Just copy to the clipboard, nice and easy, and then you can go and drop that straight into your word processor or whatever else you're using. Always check to see that the image looks nice once it's in the final document. Don't just hope. Go back, edit, and if need be, we can change that font size to get it just the way we want. So remember, settings from the main menu, and usually on the screen a font size of 16 is pretty good, but that's usually quite small once you've exported the image. Well, that's enough for now. It should get you started with typing some functions and resizing and personalizing the display of your graphic image.